Somebody build this out for you?
No, this is here right here. Yep,
It sounds pretty good.
yeah, it works out great, man. Yeah, we're back and we're live and we're recording. Shouts out to my IT guy. Our website is down now, but you can still go down to omahagives24.org, and you can donate. Again, today, 300 nonprofits are trying to get some charity from the community. So if you cannot donate to us, just go online anyway. Donate to whoever and whomever that you want to give, because this is a day about giving. And right now, I got my man in the house, and since he didn't bring his theme music, I'm going to let him introduce himself, because he might have his own adjective, verbs, nouns, or prepositional phrases that he want to lead into before we get into this interview. So, sir, why don't you go ahead and let the community know who you are and why do you stop through today?
Yeah, this is John Beasley. Stopped by to see my man today. I was talking to Willie early on, and so I thought I'd just come down to the neighborhood and check out Brother King and see how you doing, man. It's good to see you.
Man, good to see you also. I know we watch you on the big screen, the little screen, as well as the mobile screen. I mean, we catch you on all screens now.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, and I appreciate that, man. It means residuals. Not
right.
a lot for some of that stuff, but I do get a little kickback.
Oh yeah, you know, you just add it on, project after project, it all adds up.
I got a check for $1.15 a day, man.
Oh man,
Something.
For something, huh?
Something.
Man, I want to think. I want to
throw those in the basket.
Man, I want if they cheating you or not, man. I should got $1.75 on this one.
Sometimes they surprise you. Sometimes a film like The Mighty Ducks, which was one of my first films, still kick back every now and then. They kick back a nice little check. Something maybe it played overseas or something like that, because we do get the overseas residuals also. So,
okay.
It's amazing, that I'm seen in Germany, in Africa, all over the globe, Australia. Yeah,
man,
I run into people, man, from all over the world that know me from something that I've done.
Right. Now, we talked earlier about some of the other businesses as far as just a struggle, just to get love around here, and always encourage them to behave like Jesus. Jesus teaches that a prophet gets more love outside his home than inside his home. And if Jesus teaches that, then
absolutely.
I mean, we can't really get mad.
Absolutely, and my ego won't let me go there. But yeah, I do get a lot of love outside the city. But I was talking to someone yesterday, and I get a lot of love from the people in the city too. You know, so I can't complain. I'm reminded of my man. Preston Love, great musician, known all over the world, but he felt that he wasn't treated well here in home.
Right.
I think he had more love than he realized from the people. But and I used to hear that from Preston a lot. But
right.
I get respect and love from all over the city. They don't necessarily come and support our theater and the work that we're doing with some of the young actors around here, but that's
Yeah, that's
from the and so we're to the second season of The Soul Man,
right?
And I've finished 3 episodes already, and I'm just so fortunate that Cedric and the production company brings in really nice guest stars and people for me to work with. The last season I had Loretta Devine for a couple of episodes, playing my ex-wife.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, get to kiss on Loretta a little
bit. Right. You can't
go
wrong with that.
And last week they brought in Dawn Lewis from what was the Cosby spinoff? Different World.
Different World. Yeah.
She was Jaleesa in
that. Yeah. It's fine in the one.
She looks great. She got Michelle Obama arms, and,
right?
And she's got it going on, and she's really sweet. And what she's doing, and I think you'd be interested in it, because I'm definitely interested in. She's developing new programs now.
Okay.
and she's able to get in to see some of the producers and introduce some new programs. So I talked to her about some things that I want to do, and even a spinoff from the Soul Man, where I think that I would love to have my own show, and that's something that we're working on. Just trying to get a proposal, a screenplay together. I mean, a script together,
right?
And take it in and see if we can get it done.
Well, over the years I've seen you play many roles. So I mean, you can do the same thing like my man Eddie Murphy. In the Clumps. I mean, you played many different roles. Yeah. So I know you can do it.
Well, if I could make some Eddie Murphy money, Brian, doing that, I would definitely do it in a minute. I could do it now. I can do it. I think I can. I think before the Soul Man, Hollywood didn't look at me as a funny man.
Right.
But after last season on the Soul Man. And people said, I didn't know you were funny. And if you give me some funny stuff, I can be funny. It's called acting,
right?
And that's what I do.
Right, right. I mean, but it's natural, man. But people don't know there's a lot of untapped talent here.
There's a lot of great talent. I've had a lot of talent I've got several actors right now that I'm trying to convince that they need to get out of town. They need to leave Omaha. Tammy Ray is one of them. She's one of my finest actors.
Yeah, and can sing too.
And can sing. Carl Brooks, Andre McGraw, the barber. And, we've got several people that I know from, seeing. In fact, I saw a production of Joe Turner's Come and Gone by August Wilson at the Mark Taper a few weeks ago. It was directed by Felicia Rashad.
Oh, okay.
And I saw that production. I would put my production here up against any of those that I saw. I saw a production of Two Trains Running, another August Wilson play in Atlanta. In fact, my son was in that production. It was directed by Samuel Jackson's wife and LaTanya Jackson. And I went down there to work with him, and she asked me if I would work with the other actors because they weren't,
right,
getting it, the way she saw it. And among those actors and actresses was Denzel Washington's wife.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was in that, and I got to work with her and became pretty tight with her. And Sam Jackson came to the performance. But having said that, my actors get it because most of them have come up with August Wilson.
Right.
And so I can teach them the rhythm, the song, and they get it, And really, that's really what you have to do with any play is just find the rhythm, Find the rhythm, and if I can get them to sing the song, because it's music anyhow.
No,
but I said that to say that, I've got people in here that there's talent here in Omaha that's really good, and they can do everything.
Well, I know for being on the back of the scenes of the movie, was it Amy?
For the love
of Amy. So seeing some of the actors and how the preparation and just having the ability to do an actual first class A production here. Like I said, we got the talent from A to Z. What I mean, you're a young man. I mean, what's in your future? I mean, you're still evolving. I mean,
well, I'd like to think so. There's still a lot of things that I want to do with my West Omaha production company. We've been working on the Marlon Briscoe project for about 3 or 4 years. In fact, you were in Miami.
Yeah.
So let me tell you that we do have that film is financed to the tune of $12 million now.
Okay.
And but the screenplay is in the hands of the NFL. So we're trying to get them to approve. They asked for some changes in the screenplay.
Right.
And so we're just waiting on the NFL to say yay or nay. I think they want to partner with us on this, but they're the NFL and very powerful, and they can take their time. And
right.
We talked to other people that have gone through the NFL with projects, and they say just you got to be patient.
Right.
With them. So that's where that is right now.
Okay.
But having said that, I've got, my own production company along with my son Tyrone, and we're looking for a good screenplay right now because I really want to produce another film out here. Right now, we're talking about maybe a budget of maybe 300,000 to 3 million.
Okay.
You know, just to start it, just
Right.
to get it jump started. So I've got a few screenplays in mind. You talk about Love of Amy, Vince Austin was from there. He wrote and directed. He wrote that and got that produced. So I've been talking to him about a project that he's got. So we're looking at a lot of different things, and but when we find the one that just really, says, let's tell this story,
Right.
then we're going to go ahead and do that. And I hope to be in production by springtime. So. And then, but I'm kind of looking for maybe a vehicle for either myself or, or some of my local actors or my sons, Tyrone and Michael. Michael's been doing a lot of things. He was in Flight with Denzel.
Right.
And Contraband, Mark Wahlberg. And just finished another film with Mark Wahlberg and Denzel. And also he was in Steel Magnolias.
Oh, yeah. So, the TV series.
Series. That was highest rated TV series.
Yeah,
TV.
I think I was out in Atlanta after just a little bit after that when we got finished with that production. I know he had like a party. I think the week before I actually got down there, like kind of like the Hollywood parties for a grand opening or.
Well, him and his wife, they're always looking for an occasion to party. So
right. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it at all.
Yeah.
So Soul Man, you say you filmed the third episode?
I filmed the third one. There's some changes that have been made in the series due to budget cuts. We were ranked the second highest rated show in the history of the network, behind Hot in Cleveland, Betty White.
Right.
But our budget was cut in half.
Oh, wow.
It was a black people in a church, and some people didn't get it. Some people that made the decision. So we had to. This season we're not in the church, but Cedric's character goes in a partnership with a guy on a club, nightclub. So now we're from the church to the club. But, he still does, a religious podcast and that sort of thing.
Right.
So it's an interesting season. With Cedric now named the host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I think his profile is going to be a lot higher than it was, and so I think there's going to be more demand for the show simply because it's Cedric.
Right.
And Niecy Nash is out promoting her book, It's Hard to Fight Naked.
Right.
And she's been making the rounds. So it's kind of thrown our production season off a little bit, but I'm always happy to be out there working. This now they fly me up this season. They didn't do that last season. They fly me out and put me up at a nice hotel in Santa Monica and give me a car and all that stuff.
Okay, so you get all the perks, man. Hollywood, baby, all the way to Omaha, man. So hey, man, you deserve it for all your hard work, and plus, that's payment for all the hard work, the dedication, the time, the sweat, the tears that you spend with those young people. I look at guys just paying you back tenfold.
You got to do that, man. And it's something else that I'm looking at now too. For the community, I'm no longer on the board of the Hogan Junior Golf Program, but I like to. In fact, Steve Hogan's son is back, and I told him that I'd be happy to get together with him and. Just do a fundraiser for the golf course, even, and you too, and for the things that you need to do, I don't mind coming back and helping out with the fundraisers and things. I can get visitations to the set, see a live recording or an autographed screenplay, one of the episodes, stuff like that you can auction off, things like that.
Oh, heck yeah,
there are different things we could do.
Yeah, that would be a blessing. That would be a blessing. Like I said, I got a big project coming up, man. It's going to be enormous for the community because it's necessary, and what you do is necessary. your theater. Mm-hmm. You working on production currently right now?
I suspended the season in September because I didn't want to go into the season without a budget. We had been doing, for 13 years, I underwrote most of the productions over there, using my own money. But, it's time that, after this time, if the theater can't stand on its own, then, maybe it shouldn't be there.
Right.
And so, the community needs to support it and say, hey, I think this is necessary. Mm-hmm. Right now, we have kids, people that want to learn acting or stuff like that. They're paying. They're going to the children's theater or to the Omaha Community Playhouse, and they're paying them money out there to to learn how to act.
Right.
When there's not a better teacher in the city than me.
Right. Period.
And we need to have our own stuff and support our own.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of taking it out somewhere else and out of the neighborhood,
right.
Because nobody brings anything else into the neighborhood.
Period. I mean, it's crucial. I mean, what has happened is the integration. I mean, because you live, back in the '60s, and the integration really hurt us. Did it take away our love for each other, our support for each other?
I don't know that it did all that. What it did do was it allowed people to move outside of the community. So those that could afford it, because most of the community had been redlined and stuff like that, where people couldn't get loans to fix up their homes and stuff like that. That regentrification thing that
right.
eventually is happening to our neighborhood now. People with money moved out, and in '68 with the so-called riot. Which was just a looting spree for some hoodlums,
right.
and burning down their own community.
Yeah.
There was a lot of frustration in those days with the way the city of Omaha dealt with North Omaha. And it's still a problem.
Still do it.
And, the way the police were dealing with it in those days, it was really, outward aggression towards the community,
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if we can say that's the same thing today. This current police chief seems to have, a little promise,
Right. He's actually fired a couple people, and
exactly.
actually a couple people got prosecuted.
Yeah, and I mean, when does that happen?
I don't think it's first time. It's the first time it ever happened.
That somebody says, no, we're going to be accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And that means a lot.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, and then so with Crossroads opening up, that killed a lot of the neighborhood businesses too, So Omaha, downtown Omaha was dying the same time that 24th Street was dying.
Right.
And people with money were, after '68, were able to move out of the community, because at one point we were kind of restricted between, I would say 33rd and 16th Street,
man.
And Cumming and Ames. And then, I think I went to the Army in the early '60s. It came back, and we had moved past 40th Street, which was, I thought was just really. I never knew that. I never thought that would happen.
Right.
But after open housing laws and everything, then we were able to move anywhere, and people that could afford to get out moved out, because
right.
the housing just wasn't in the north. If you're making a decent salary, then the housing just wasn't there in
right.
the community. You know what I'm saying? So integration, to a great extent, helped kill the community. But I'm not going to. But I mean, we needed to be integrated into the society, though. I mean, we were, there are jobs that we were restricted from. Places we couldn't. You didn't even have retail clerks in downtown Omaha.
Right.
So, we couldn't get those jobs. You could be an elevator operator or a janitor, but we couldn't get those jobs, in the 50s.
Man, we got a long way to go. Just documenting our vast history, that would just be very significant. I can't wait till the Black Plains Museum open up again, because I've missed that history that our people have engaged in. You're not working on a project with just you and your sons, my 3 sons, or?
We're that's like I said. We're looking for something. We're looking for something. We're also looking at we're getting we're out of South Omaha. You know, I felt that, you know, if we have a, you know, theater, it needs to be in North Omaha. So we're officially out of South Omaha.
Okay.
I like that space, but it was difficult to bring people to that space, you know.
Right.
And then too, being the tenant of the YMCA was kind of like, it was kind of shaky.
Right.
It was kind of shaky. It was great when it was Omaha Housing Authority, but once the guy took over, you know, I think they were determined to have us out of there anyhow. You know? And there was always a problem of parking, or maybe them having some kind of event while we were there with a show, and so it, you know, it wasn't always the best place to be.
Right.
They've got some people over there, and you know, Terrence is a great guy, and you got some good people over there now, but it was time for us to evolve. You know.
Right.
You know,
Evolve. Yeah.
You know, if I'm gonna do something along this nature, it needs to be a place that's a destination. You know, outside of the city. You know, it needs to be a destination. You know. And it needs to be something that we have control of.
Period.
Yeah. I don't want to be a tenant.
Yeah. Period.
I'm just putting that out there right now. I don't want to be a tenant. You know, it needs to be. You know, it doesn't have to be named after me, but it has to be, you know, under the control of my theater and my board.
Right.
You know.
And I totally understand that. That's where I'm kind of am now, just in the mood of building. Tired of begging and asking.
Absolutely, man. So we need boards. We need people on the boards that know what being a board member is, and that means raising money to support, you know, our mission.
Right.
And you know, you've got a mission. My theater's got a mission. You know, and we need to have some people that are on board, that are excited, that are not afraid to ask for money.
Right.
You know, and know what board members are supposed to do. You know,
Right.
So that's another thing we did. I mean, we're reorganizing the whole board. So, you know, I'm officially looking for board members, and you know, I don't want people that just talk a good talk.
Right. Well, you know, we've been doing stuff since Miami, flying to Miami. I still tell everybody about that trip.
That was fun.
Oh
man.
Man, we got to kick it. I should get you the video.
Oh yeah, I don't think I saw it.
I thought maybe I did, but I got it.
That was
man.
Miami Beach was off the chain.
Oh yeah, South Beach, everything.
South Beach was,
man.
was crazy.
Oh man, LL's come. I met LL down there. He's gonna be coming here in concert.
Yeah.
This past weekend. Well,
we were hanging with Snoop Dogg down there.
Yeah.
You got down there late, didn't you?
Yeah, I got there late. And then plus I got you know, man, you know how Miami is. Man. hey.
You didn't miss much.
Hey, man. Hey.
Yeah, they go to 6 in the morning, don't they?
Man, I know the parties that we went to. I said, I see you later, John. I'm in the department with Rodman. I mean, it was just a wonderful experience.
We came in on a private jet, man, and cause landed in this airfield, and Michael Jordan's plane was there. Tom Joyner, you know, they all had their own plane, you know.
Man, when are we gonna live like that?
Yeah.
When can we live like that? God give us permission. We're gonna do it right. We're gonna be good stewards with the money, God, without a doubt.
So one other thing, man, before we go, man. So you've been listening. You follow golf at all?
Heck yeah. You know, I've been some dude married at Tiger talking about
Sergio Garcia.
Yeah,
man.
Talking about you gonna invite Tiger over for some chicken.
You know, this clown, man. He was like. He's been trying to beat Tiger. When he first came up, you know, they thought, okay, here's a guy that's a threat to Tiger. You know,
right.
Yeah, this is going to be a rivalry. He can't beat Tiger to save his soul, man. I think Tiger's beat him 11 times. And so in this last tournament where he was up in the lead, man, he got frustrated and then told a couple of, you know, said Tiger was just, you know, trying to incite the crowd against him, which was a lie.
Right.
And he just kept talking. So I said at that time, man, Sergio's a punk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's a punk.
Right.
And so then he comes out last night, man, with the statement that, you know, I guess he was at a black tie affair in Europe, and they asked him, so, you know, when you play at this tournament with Tiger, you're going to invite him over to dinner? He said, yeah, every night, and we're going to have fried chicken. And then later on, he realizes how stupid that was, you
Right.
know, and how racist that was. So he had that press conference today, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had a press conference saying, you know, he was sorry and everything, you know. He's sorry because he's sorry. He regrets saying it. Of course he regrets saying it,
Right.
you know, because the backlash is incredible, man. Fuzzy Zeller said that when Tiger won the Masters when he first came in, you know. And you never heard any more of Fuzzy.
Right.
He had endorsements. He had all this canceled.
Right.
Yeah, because it was a racist remark.
Yeah.
Sergio, well, I didn't know. You know, I didn't know. If I offended anybody, I'm sorry, you know. Come on.
Yeah, that'd be like
He's
saying.
sorry because his people called him and said, man, are you crazy?
All right. That's Tiger
And he
Woods.
was crazy, man. He was, and what, you know, next time he plays in this country, man, and I think they're going to play in Pennsylvania next. Next time he plays in this country, you think that crowd's going to let him
Oh, yeah.
forget about it?
Yeah.
He wants to move on. Yeah, he wants to move on.
Yeah. Move out to a new hemisphere, but it's gonna be tough, man. Tiger's beloved, and he like women,
Yeah.
so ain't no man mad at Tiger for sure.
Hey, man, come on.
Ain't no man mad at
And
Tiger.
those that are mad at him are just jealous.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, without a doubt. I ain't mad at him at all. Sure.
I ain't mad at him.
So man, what's
Sergio.
now? When does Soul Man season start? I know you
We
filming
air
episode
June 19th.
June 9th start date.
On TV Land. Yes.
Okay, June 19th. What channel's TV
What is
Land?
that? I don't know.
48. Yeah, I think it is
48. Yeah.
something like that. Yep, TV Land.
And then after it runs on TV Land, it'll start airing on BET.
Okay.
So, I mean, that was the procedure last season. So
Okay.
I expect it to be the same.
Okay. Cool. Well, I mean, so I know you're not tired of working.
Oh no, man! I'm back. I'm thinking about heading back out to LA. I got a week off, but I like to see what else I can stir up. You know.
Oh heck yeah, man! I mean, that's the place to make it happen. I was born in Riverside, California. My sister still live out in Victorville. So I need to go out there with you, do some behind the scenes filming or do
Yeah,
what?
you should come out one time for a taping, man. You
Yeah,
we do
yeah.
a live audience.
Oh heck yeah!
Yeah, we do a live audience. Normally it's on Friday, but I think with the schedule kind of screwed around a little bit, we may be taping on Tuesdays now. But we do tape before a live audience, and if you could get out there, I could guarantee you some interviews with Nisi and Cedric and and
Cool.
Jonathan,
Oh heck yeah! I need to.
and any guest star that we might have.
I need to plan that around because my sister want me to come out there, so I'm gonna get that done. Anything else you want to say, man? You got the mic now.
No, I'm good, man. I'm not asking for anything, so
All right, cool.
I ain't pushing anything.
Hey.
I just came by to say yo.
Hey, man, see, this is how we do it here in Omaha, Nebraska. We bring stars in here. Stars are really real people around here. Mr. John Beasley, you've seen him with everybody. He's known all around the world. He's the man, the truth, the legend, and we really appreciate him giving back, especially to the young people that's aspiring to be like him one day. So keep doing what you're doing. You have always treated me with love, and my mama has always taught me when someone treats you good, you treat them better. So hopefully I always treat you better than you treat me.
I love you more, man.
All right, y'all. 1690 AM to 1. Soul Man drops June 19th.
June 19th.
TV Land. You guys got to check it out, my man. He's funny, man. He's from dramatic now to comedian. I mean, who better, man? Omaha, Nebraska. We all the talents here. John Beasley, y'all. We love him. He loves you. So love yourself. 1690 AM to 1. Make sure you go to omahagives24.org and donate to 1690 AM. We are taking donations today. Today is a day of giving. If you see someone else, you go ahead and give to someone else.
Those funds will be matched.
Yes, will be matched.
Whatever you give will be matched. And the more people that give for one organization, regardless of what size it is, it's the number of donations,
Okay.
that make the big difference.
Cool. So make sure you guys go give because that's what's necessary
I
for us.
believe $10 is the minimum.
Yep, $10 minimum.
No maximum.
No maximum. So
I know some of you are sitting out there with $1,000 bill. You can just go ahead and just come on, y'all.
Heck yeah. Donate. I seen the Humane Society. They got dogs and cats. And they got like $30,000.
Yeah.
We're over here trying to give a voice to the people, and we only got.
Don't procrastinate. Donate.
Heck yeah. Without a doubt, we appreciate you guys. Keep your head towards God. We got some more interviews coming up, and we're gonna let John get out of here. 1690 AM, The One.
Peace, y'all.
All these ratchet hoes say I ain't well, at least I ain't broke. Stacking paper like old folks. You still staying with your old folks. She a fan, that's fantastic. Poppin', that's fantastic. Getting rich, fantastic.